At the Southern PDP Zoning Consultative Summit in Lagos, the party's southern leaders held a meeting to propose that the presidential ticket for the 2027 be zoned to the south while the national chairmanship goes to the north. However, a power struggle is unfolding between the Wike camp, which opposes any micro-zoning of the presidency, and those aligning with Makinde and Bode George, who advocates for more structured southern representation. Bode George, ex-PDP Deputy National Chairman, warned that the party must address Wike's dissent decisively, citing the need to avoid looking indecisive or fractured. Meanwhile, Governor Seyi Makinde stressed that the priority is party unity, not presidential zoning, and emphasized that the party must consolidate its strengths before choosing a candidate. The Wike Alliance faction called the Lagos Summit exclusionary and refused to honor its outcomes, deepening the discord. With Atiku out of the picture, the battlefield for the PDP's 2027 flag bearer is now a highly contested territory, particularly between Southwest, South-South, and Southeast interests. The risk is split in southern leaders, undermining the PDP's perceived cohesion ahead of the national convention. Unity versus regional dominance is the crux, and the stakes couldn't be higher for the party's credibility going into 2027. Meanwhile, former Deputy National Chairman Bode George has slammed Atiku and Wike, warning that the party risks crumbling unless the 2027 presidential ticket is zoned to the south. He has also threatened, in today's interview on Arise Television, to practically dump the party if this doesn't happen.
We're here, you emboldened Wike. But you forgot that the person you emboldened was going to come and do it to you people. And that's what's happening in the party today. So why is Wike wrong today? Why wasn't it wrong then, sir?
Rufai,
yes,
let me take you. I have been in this party since 1998. I was privileged to have been one of the elected officers at the first elective convention we had. So I have been there long. What happened? You jumped the gun. How did the crisis start? The Atiku crisis. You know, there is a norm, and it's a laid out procedure in the PDP. The founding fathers decided, they saw that the First Republic collapsed because majority had their way, minority were mere onlookers. The Second Republic also collapsed based on this majority having all and minority having nothing. And then I told you people before, and I will repeat it, that when the British left this country, they left two evils: tribalism and religious bigotry. What have those two things got to do with managing yourself? Because the day you were born, you didn't ask God, send me to a Christian home or send me to a Muslim home. For me, my older sister was a Muslim. She married a Muslim. Would I reject her as my sister? Has nothing to do with how we manage the country. And the thing they did, they said, 6 top positions in the land. They also divided Nigeria into geopolitical zones. I want you to listen to my explanation. 6 geopolitical zones: northwest, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, south-south. So they have created a zone for the minorities and majority. And they came up with 6 top positions in the land: president, vice president, senate president, speaker, the secretary to government, and the national chairman of the party. So when they divided, each zone, whether you are minority or majority, will have something to take home, which was different from the original concept that we had since 1960. It encouraged everybody that we will move ourselves from being just an ordinary country to being a nation, that no matter where you are born, you will have that sense of belonging, that you are part and parcel of this country. Because all these 6 top positions, 3 up, 3 down. After 8 years, the 3 up will come down. Those that are down will go up. That brought a sense of belonging and remove this garbage of majority having their way and minority just sitting like mumu. So that was what happened. Buhari finished 8 years. Is Buhari from the southwest? Is he from the south-south? Is he from the southeast? No. So it was the turn of the south to present a presidential candidate. But the maneuvering, the manipulation at that convention, sent us to the canvas. And we are still pulling, trying to get ourselves out. Why do you think they left now for another party? Because if he remains in this party, there's no way he will be zoned to the north. The next 4 years, we'll have a southern president. So that is the constitution of our party. That is the belief that we have sold to the public.
I get your but I get your ground, sir.
Right.
But once your party had a candidate that emerged already, wasn't it right by being a proper party man to support the candidate rather than encouraging people like Wike that you were supporting there and marking them to work against your party? Because that's where the problem started from. Now the Atiku has left, your party is still in disarray, and you are threatening to quit. Some people are saying, maybe Baba, you have to quit because the way these two people are going, they will give problems. So once the candidate had emerged, why did you support the candidates? That's what they are saying.
You say once a candidate has emerged, it is easier said than done. They breached the very foundation for which this party was established. They breached that. And if they breached it, it was for them to now roll up their hands of fellowship. And let me tell you, there was a subcommittee set up to interview people who will be vice presidential candidate. At that time, that committee, 13 out of 17, voted that Wike should be the running mate to Atiku. All right? They got there. The report is still there. They refused to listen to that. Oh, we can't work with him. We can't work with him. Okowa, that was eventually invited, was the one that set up a meeting of southern governors, PDP governors in Asaba, and came with a communique that whatever happens, the presidential candidate must come from the south.
Chief.
All of a sudden, they invited him. He ran like a dog that doesn't have his brains there.
Chief.
Ran away to take the ticket.
Chief.
These are the things that conflagrated it. Yes, we were together because I stand for the laws as established in this party.
Okay, Chief.
If you cannot stand the laws, please get out.
Hey, Chief.
That was
Chief,
what happened.
please.
So it's not a matter of just, and let me say it, I beg you, Ruben.
No, I want us to focus on the future instead of dealing with the past.
Can
we focus on the future?
Let me clear this with Rufai. We will. I will quickly just round it up. Look, people like us, when Rufai is asking this question, yes, we were there. I would follow the truth at any point in time. And when we found that this thing wasn't going the way it should go, I pulled out.
Okay, we understand.
It was his fault.
Whatever happened in the past has happened. Now the party is trying to sort itself out. Now, will it be fair to summarize what is going on in the party as follows? That now that Wike and his loyalists are saying that the meeting held in Lagos is unauthorized, it means that, of course, he has assumed the mantle of the leader of the party who can only authorize caucus meetings or zonal meetings or consultative meetings. And, his own orientation is to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Will it be fair to say that all the southern leaders that met yesterday, that's a group that is against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, without leaving the party. You want to stay within the party and rebuild it to fight the incumbent, whom Wike says is mobilizing southern leaders to support. And of course, there are a number of governors who have already gone to the APC. Those who have not gone, some of them have said we are supporting. And then you say you are having a southern caucus meeting, consultative meeting, and Wike did not authorize it. Then it means, of course, that you are against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And was it an issue at the meeting? This subject of who will be the flag bearer of the party from the south in 2027. Was that on the table?
Ruben, why should I be a member of PDP and then claim to support the leader of the opposition? If you can't stand the heat, like I'm saying, get the hell out of the kitchen. Am I a member of APC? This is the kind of tribalism I'm talking about. Yes, it is the turn of the South, and we will spend our 8 years. That's the ground norm as established in our own party constitution. Now, this party, we are going to go into convention to re-elect new managers for the party. And then there will be another convention later on, by the end of next year or so, to elect our own party flag bearer. What we are doing has absolutely nothing to do with Tinubu. I wish those people who have gone to join them the very best of luck. We will come back and see. You think they are stupid? Is that party empty? I told one of our governors that, look, if you head in there, you are still a sitting governor. What you don't understand is this. There are people existing already in the APC who are also itching to become governorship candidate, senatorial candidate, House of Rep candidate. Are you going to display them? There is the major difference between our party and APC is this. There's only one man that has the key to APC, and he told everybody who can hear that I own it. No individual in our party owns this party, and this is where I told you before that some people have crossed the red line. The last meeting we had, people were begging and pleading that let us give them another month to reflect, to reflect and make amends. Now we are coming back. Rather than making amends, they are getting worse. So they can go and walk there. Look, it's like the political party is like a police station. You don't close the doors. If you have offended, they detain you in their cells. If you haven't, you come to make a complaint, you write your complaint and go, and they will take action. That is the essence of it. As far as I'm concerned, Papa Ekweme, who was the chief convener of the people who established this party, contested 2 times and he lost. He never at any point in time tried to bring down the roof. So what is this attitude that it is me, it is me, it is me? And no, it is not you. It's a collective responsibility. That is the difference between our party and the APC. I wish them the best of luck. Let them go. If they want to go, go. Because the others that are standing there will be looking like Manu. You must be kidding. But in our own, the processes of electing new managers for the party is ongoing now. And the issue of presidential candidature will still remain in the South. And there will be primaries that we will hold to elect anybody who is Southerner to go as our candidate to contest. It would have been absolutely unimaginable that Buhari having spent 8 years. We told Atiku, we told him. Now, why do you think he went to form another party? Because if he remains in this party, there's no way he can get the ticket. So they have moved on so that he can still contest. 2019, he contested presidential candidate. 2023, same, he contested. 2027 again, he wants to contest. What is this?
Okay.
Is it a private fiefdom?
Thank you very much, Chief.
Let Nigerians understand the concept we are talking about. It is not about hatred. It's behavioral.
Okay.